Fancy. All right, let's do it.
How you feeling, brother?
Feeling well. I'm excited. Feeling a little chilly, though.
Well, that's why we're drinking tea. You know? Another episode of Fancy Bread. Gluten Power Hour, as I like to call it. I'm feeling fantastic, but honestly, I'm feeling a little bummed out because it's cold in Miami and I'm driving around and it's giving me seasonal vibes. You know? Seasonal depression. I feel like I'm back home in New York and things are going to start smelling like pine and all that shit, and it feels good. But then, no. Then I see a couple of palm trees. I see a couple of BBLs. I'm like, nah, I'm not home, bro. Nah, I'm still in Miami. Enjoy this cold while you have it. You know what Groundhog's Day is?
The movie, yes.
Right, the movie. I actually fucked that up. I don't mean Groundhog Day. I mean like the way people use groundhogs to note that winter has arrived. So like, right, the groundhog comes out of its hole and sees its shadow, and I think that means it's some season. I don't know, but they use it, right? So my Groundhog Day is the first time I see a white girl wear Uggs, right? Then you're like, okay. The first pair of Uggs you see, you're like, okay, we're in
Winter's here.
Winter is here, right? Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to Fancy Bread. I'm Adrian.
I'm Ed, everybody.
And today, Tuesday, November 11, 2025. Currently, it's 65 degrees, but it feels like 56. That's why you see us wearing our sweaters here and enjoying some hot tea.
We're enclosed in a space. It's not like it's freezing in here.
Let me tell you, yesterday, it's not like it's freezing here. I'm wearing pants. I was usually wearing shorts, and I'm wearing socks in my home. So this is that point where it symbolizes the beginning of season. Because there's a good and there's a bad for it, of course. The bad, it gets cold for us Floridians.
I didn't even think that.
Yeah, because this is the time where the snowbirds come. And please, come. New York, come. Chicago, come. Everybody up north, just come to Miami. And this is how you know. Because like you said, you see people with Uggs. You see us Floridians wearing, a lot of layers. And you see everybody from up north just being, this is fantastic. It's awesome. So a great thing for the season. And for those Floridians out there, please wear your jackets. We do not need any of you going to work, getting rained on, getting this cold weather on, just because before you head out, you didn't check your weather app. Make sure to see how cold is it before you head out. Make sure to see if it's going to rain, because if you get wet, you get cold on, then you're gonna have that cold, you're gonna have that fluid, and then everybody else is gonna get sick in the restaurant. So please check your weather app before you go out, and make sure you hang out with a nice little jacket.
This turned into like one of those health shows, like.
No, man, I just because Ed and I just
or something.
Restart. We just came back to work and we've been doing our training. We're gonna be talking about that.
Oh,
very very exciting times. And the least you want is to get back to work and get sick. Yeah. That'll be like the dumbest thing like anyone would want to do. Right? So you want to start with your topic, or should I start with mine?
You're very excited. Go ahead.
Perfect. So, as you know, we started training, like mentioned. And after the fun and, hey, what's everybody been doing? The topic that we start with today is harassment in restaurants.
Yeah, so
you go ahead.
Well, the thing is we took off long enough that when we came back, the restaurant, I guess, to cover its ass, has to do like a refreshment with HR, policies, and we have to go through the whole thing. The whole thing. We had to go through the harassment and the word problems. If Jill has worked at company for 2 years and she comes to the company with a dress and Jill's boss Dan says, wow, Jill, you look great in that dress, or wow, you look pretty, I haven't seen you in that dress before. Is that sexual harassment? Yes, no.
No, it's more like yes, no, because nothing is better than getting a group of like 30, 40, 50, depending on the size of your restaurant together. Yeah. And after the whole thing, and you start to kind of eye each other in the room, like, this is nice. The first thing they tell you is, yeah, don't fuck each other. Please.
I'll sum it up. So our HR person comes to our restaurant every once in a while to do whatever they do. And just logically, I went up to her and I asked her, I said, hey, do you ever come into this restaurant and how often do you like employ earmuffs? Right? How often do you know that you're hearing something you shouldn't be hearing, but you say, you know, it's not worth it? She looked at me. She was like, most of the time. Most of the time. The restaurant industry is not for the weak. It's not for the emotionally like weak. You're going to get harassed. Everyone's fucking everybody or is thinking about it or they have done it.
And that's what we're going to quickly discuss.
It's the truth.
Here.
It's the truth, bro.
Now, if
It's
there's
the truth.
one thing that we should all know about harassment,
Yeah.
right? And this is the one thing you learn. Do it once. Do it
Do
right.
it again. No.
And if do it once, do it right. And if received wrong, apologize and change and adjust the behavior. That's it.
So yeah,
Simple as that.
so sexual harassment. Just don't be a creep, bro.
The two sides of that coin, in case of that example that you just gave, if the person said, "Oh, you look very lovely in that dress," etc. If that person says nothing, well, that could be in a way, shape, or form interpreted as okay. Like, I guess I can say that. So it's important that if you're on that end, make sure to put a stop to it, right? And if you're the person that's doing the behavior and you realize that the person that you said does comment to felt in a way that you felt it, that it wasn't right. Apologize. Don't do it again. Simple as that.
It's what bothers me is the ability for people to interpret it any way they want. Because Jill could go to HR and be like, Dan made me feel uncomfortable. I feel harassed. And HR would have to go through the whole process. They'd have to investigate and call Dan in. And just because you find something slightly displeasing, like Jill, with all intents and purposes, could be like, you know what, that did make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But does that mean that Dan meant it in that way? Now, mind you, one of the monikers of HR is intent is irrelevant. It doesn't matter, right? If you intended it to be a sincere comment, that's irrelevant. That person interpreted it as offensive and they felt harassed. So now it's sexual harassment. That bothers me. That's the restaurant world is not meant for people that way. That might be offices and shit and 9 to 5s, but the restaurant industry is not somewhere where that can work. You can't have teammates like that. It doesn't matter because there's just a lot of debauchery. When I said that everybody's fucking everybody, I don't mean that the restaurant is filled with just a bunch of like lecherous people. No, I just mean that it's very common for restaurant coworkers to get involved with each other because we spend a lot of time in the building. And in Miami, you spend a lot of late nights in the building and a lot of people are attractive and just you could be a decent human being. Yeah. And you could be like, yo, I've been working with this girl for a while. I like her. Let's give it a shot, or vice versa. It's very common because it's very intense when people are together. But it's really not a place for sensitive people. No.
It's I would say
it is.
Don't take things personal. If you work in a restaurant, just don't take things personal.
It's not a place for sensitive people.
Importantly, I will give you two examples, right? And that I personally have been on. I've been on both sides of that coin. Yeah. And I'm gonna start with being the aggressor in a sense. So one of the many things that happens at different places I work in, maybe something that my friend here knows about, is that we heat each other every now and then. We just pass by each other and just.
Oh, wait.
Do you want to do an example of what we do?
Hit?
Yeah. Hit. We hit each other.
Yeah. There's a lot of physical contact.
Exactly. There's a lot of physical contact at work. And it's something that kind of became this thing at work that everybody does. And not everybody is okay with that. Now, I have a coworker who's been here on the show as well. And I went to the thing and I did the thing to him. And he looked at me and he said, my brother, I understand that this is something that here everybody does. However, I do not wish to partake. So I appreciate if you left me out of that. Yeah. Now, I will say that it took me a couple of tries. But it did, every time I did it, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm still working on that. And now it's to the point that I may do it to everybody else.
How did that start?
But I do not.
How did that start at work?
No, you started that first. Now, don't. You would be able to tell me that. Now, on the other side of that,
Yeah.
Ed and I here have had certain situations where he likes to use certain words and vocabulary. And I've said to him in a couple times, hey, I understand that is your way of saying, but I appreciate if you did not use that word towards me.
What words were
There's been a couple of words.
What words were those?
There's been a couple of words, but let's not throw them in there because, we went a little life. But the point is, I went to it and I said, hey, man, I understand that, we're joking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that word, I appreciate it if we don't use that word towards me. It's I for some reason, I just didn't want to get into it. So that's a good way for you to, tell someone, hey, man, let's draw that line there. And if it passes from them, then that's an issue, right? Obviously. Now, harassment is very important that it's based on age, sex, religion, and everything else falls into the category of bullying, which is
Bullying.
a different thing. And now I will say bullying, it's kind of the same thing. So again, if it's not something that you welcome, just make sure that you mention it. And if you're the person that's making an approach, like I said, is do it once, do it right, and if not, apologize.
Well, you see, that's the thing. I don't like to be hypocritical. So at work, I'm very, I don't know. I like to, play around with my coworkers and have a good time, but I don't harass any of my female coworkers. That's not what I do. So I wouldn't tolerate that.
How about male coworkers? Do you harass those?
Every once in a while. But no, that's not. We don't tolerate that. Like if someone came into my restaurant and somebody was bullying somebody else, no, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna happen. I won't accept that. No one is gonna be bullied in my restaurant. I don't give a shit.
It's also very important, and probably for coming in.
Yeah.
It's also if you see something that was wrong, you can also approach the person and ask them like, hey, are you okay? Was that inappropriate? And that could be a good indicator of is escalation required? Because if you see something that was wrong, you'd be like, yo, whoa.
I escalate right away. Right away. The Dominican comes out right away.
Which I got to say, although we're in a restaurant and like you said, we do cross a lot of lines, we do keep ourselves in check a lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. Because we'll come to you and be like, Ed, yo, what?
Well, that's part of it.
Exactly. So in a way, we also do keep ourselves in check. So
look, it's a shark pool, okay? It's a shark pool. We can fuck with each other, but no one else can fuck with us. That's what it's like.
Perfect.
That's what it's like.
You want to jump in and do your first topic, sir?
Yeah. So
let's go.
This time away from work, some of my coworkers have gone to other restaurants during the pause, and now we've reopened, so they've come back. So the sentiment that I feel most from these coworkers is they appreciate our restaurant much more now than they did before.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's one of those, it's classic, right? You don't know what you have till you lose it situations.
Yeah, you don't know what it is you have. Just call.
So, so where we work is a great place for a lot of reasons. But one of the things that is very common in our industry is that people will say that they don't like where they work. It's very common for you to have a conversation with somebody in the industry, and the overwhelming feeling is that they are unhappy where they work. And I feel for them because I've worked at a lot of fucking restaurants. So now I found one where I'm enjoying myself, and I understand how important that is, how rare it is. So my question is, I think it's normal for someone to gripe about their job, especially doing what we do.
Absolutely.
Right? This is the real world. You can't have a job that pays you amazing and also causes you no stress. It doesn't work that way. It's one or the other, right? But I feel like the great thing about what we do is it's like free agency. I don't think you should ever be at a job that you hate. It's okay to be at a job that there's things you don't like.
Yeah.
That's normal. You have to be very, very cognizant of what kind of pickiness you have. Oh, I like these things, but I don't like these things. Okay, those aren't deal breakers. No problem. But you can't have those little things and all of a sudden think the job is no good. You have to be realistic about it. You have to say, okay, these are acceptable negatives, but for the most part, this job is positive for me. Then you should be appreciative and grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
And do your job. But you should never be miserable at a job. Like miserable. Like you don't look forward to waking up and going there.
Yeah.
then it's time to change that job. That's the good thing about working in restaurants. You could go to work one day, and if you could tell a manager to go fuck themselves, and you could walk out, and you might get blackballed. Like worst case scenario, that manager might have it out for you personally now, and they might blackball you, or in essence, tell other people, don't hire this person. Granted, that could cause you some inconvenience, but there's so many fucking restaurants in this city. You can just get a job anywhere. If you're skilled enough, you have the resume, you can talk a good game at an interview, you're getting a fucking job. So honestly, for the people who are out there and they're working jobs they don't like to do what they have to do in the meantime, do your thing. Extremely admirable. But don't tolerate hating your job. As soon as those negatives outpower or overwhelm the positives, it's time to go. Like I said, there's free agency out there. Just get another fucking job. Get another one. That's it.
Absolutely. And also on top of that, if you say, oh, because I heard a lot of people say this, for example, they're like, oh yeah, like I don't like that job, but that's where the money is at, right? Well, if you're going to choose that, then don't complain about the rest.
That's my point.
Get it? Like,
exactly.
If you're going to be like, oh, fuck this place, I'm going to go there because they pay me better, but then you're going to complain about it, you're making that to yourself. You're doing that to yourself. All right?
Exactly.
So you gotta pick and choose what is it that's important to you. You know? Baby, look at that. Get some bread. Moving on to the next one.
Sure.
Now, since we're keeping ourselves in check here, I want to talk about, when I look over here, look at my banners. Phones at work. Now, this is one that,
look, man.
Honestly, it's like you said.
Look, man.
Go for it. Go for it. Looks like you want to start.
I think any restaurant that wants to say, like, no phones at all. All your phones need to stay in your locker, or they need to stay in your vehicle,
in your car,
or whatever. No phones at all. Like a zero tolerance policy on phones. They're not being realistic.
No,
you're not being realistic.
Let's say again, if you're a restaurant and you're expecting everyone,
you're not being realistic.
In their car.
Be realistic, man.
Or in their locker.
Be realistic.
You're being unrealistic.
At our restaurant, it fluctuates.
What's your phone right now?
At our restaurant, it fluctuates. You know, there's just little bumps in how vital it is to management to control the restaurant. So 1 week they'll be like, listen, all right, you guys are going crazy with the fucking phones. Too many phones. I don't want to see anybody on their phone on the floor. Okay, if you need, and then they always go, if you need to use the phone, just ask us. We'll never say no. You can go to the back. Nowhere did they say you can't have your phone on you. They just said, listen, basically they said, we don't want to see it happen. If it happens, we don't see you. Whatever. I mean, how many times has a manager been like, yo, I don't want to see you on your phone anymore? Okay, fine. Maybe the next day you're using your phone in the corner, right, doing something.
Yeah.
And then that manager comes around the corner and catches you. They never say anything. They just won't say anything. You got to be realistic. You can't tell a restaurant staff no phones on them. No way.
Well,
no way.
The way that works is, unfortunately, and again, I hate this one, is just pay for the wicked. I've always said that.
Right.
And because I'm going to give you some key reasons why a server could use their phone. All right. Number one, calculator. Very important.
I got another one.
Go for it.
You got to check those parlays.
You got
to check the parlays. Ayo, it's been slow at work. I put $20 on a 17-leg parlay. I'm trying to be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah, I'm trying to put a case here.
That's real, though. You got to check the parlays, bro. You got to check the parlays.
Times are also good as well. The clock is also important for you to check in that. However, I will give you one that...
But wait, hold on. A manager could say, we're going to put calculators in the stations. I'm just giving you devil's advocate shit.
Of course.
We're going to put calculators in the station. Then what do you say? What do you say? Huh?
If that were consistent, maybe.
We're going to glue them to the station. They're going to be right there.
No one's going to do it. No one's ever going to do it.
I'm just saying. There's a calculator in every station.
I still think it would be unrealistic.
Oh, well, listen. I'm just trying to tell you. Managers can't say, yo, we don't want to see your phones on you. Yeah. Because they always have their phones on them.
They always have their phones on them.
Yo, you managers think you walk on floors and, like, you're checking the floor plan. Bro, you're on Instagram. You're on your text. Get the fuck out of here.
Things we've seen.
So my point is.
Work-related?
Look.
That ain't.
You're trying to justify it.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to give you a realistic, charismatic manager that, listen, respects you, doesn't want to like. This is coming from above the manager. Like the owners are telling the manager that they have to say this. So the manager doesn't want to, but they're like, listen, Adrian, no more calculating on your phone. We're going to put calculators in the station.
But the one I want to mention
What's next?
Social media. And not social media for like you to be checking out social media, etc. But if you work in a restaurant and nowadays people need images. People see a menu, they see little letters and big numbers, and they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So having your phone so you can check social media and be like, oh, this is the thing that you're looking into. Oh, how's that look? Oh, it looks like this. And you describe it to them in detail. And like, oh, it's going to look like this. It's going to sizzle like that. It's going to have a texture like this. It's going to be about this size, but they still don't get it. You pull your phone out, you already have that Instagram right there. Boom, boom, boom.
You're saying you explain.
And you show guests that picture of the thing they want to eat. Sold. Nothing sells something eat faster than an image. So having phones on you, it's also a good way for you to show guests something that need that visual aid to make that decision and just move things along. So having that phone truly rocks.
I paint pictures for people.
Yeah. Oh, you paint pictures, sir?
Not literally. I just use these words, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, some guests.
But wait, what was the second reason? You said
what?
Calculate. What was the second reason?
The clock.
No.
Yeah, because you're gonna say because the computers have the clock. Because again,
they're gonna say computers have clocks. They're gonna say
somebody's like, oh,
there's a clock in the.
It's 2:21.
There's a clock in the restaurant. You can wear watches. Let's go. Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy. The restaurant says, you know what? We're supplying you each with a watch.
Ooh, a fancy watch.
It's not a crazy, right? Whatever. We're supplying you each with a watch. What are you gonna say now about your clock?
Well, then that's one reason less to use it, I guess.
Okay. So do you have anything else?
Yeah, I have some more.
Give me another one.
Networking, because as you create your own
networking.
Because as you create, I have a lot of guests that ask me, hey, can I have your phone number?
We're gonna give you business
cards. I want to do. No, what?
We're gonna give you business cards.
Give us business cards.
So you don't need to use your phone to network anymore.
There you go. I guess
what else? What else?
I guess
got?
I do not need the phone to.
What else you got? Now,
also,
mind you.
Offer recommendations as well. Sometimes guests ask us, where should I go after this? What's a nice good place? You kind of look it up.
We'll write you a concierge list.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
And maybe.
What else
then maybe if you're gonna say no to all that, then maybe have.
I didn't say no.
Things in not you, but I'm saying management. Like if you're gonna be a manager.
But even in this scenario, the word no was never mentioned by my.
Of course.
Acting as a manager, I've never said the word no.
Gave options, of course. Now, who's gonna be employing all of those? Who's gonna make sure that we have all those things, that everybody gets their watch, or that everybody gets all those things?
Obviously, Adrian, I would never make you responsible for something or put you in a situation where you would have to, I don't know, use your own money or face the inconvenience of choosing something. So we're gonna find you something that's suitable to the restaurant's image. We're gonna pay for it, and we're gonna make sure that it works and it's brand new. What else you got?
Great. You know what? I got nothing else. So if all those things are applied, I guess I shall leave my phone in their car.
Not on the floor.
Not
Please.
on the floor. I mean, like,
you know what I would say?
Go for it.
They would give me all that. I'd be like, yeah, but how am I gonna check these fucking parlays? And then they would, you know what? And then I'd say, you know what? Look, I got a good one. On. I'm gonna give you a little bit of money from this parlay just so you can let me, so when other people see me. And then they say, yo, well, didn't we have a whole discussion about phones? You say, no, Edwin,
he grew.
Yeah. He's giving funds to some Appalachian house building tour, and he's got to check up on the funds because he's taking care of kids. That's what you got to do.
In restaurant, you should always have the opportunity to make more money.
Take a breath, bro. Take a breath.
Next topic, sir.
Take a breath.
And by the way, for those of you joining us, hope that we reading your questions and comments towards the end in our last call, and we have one more topic, and we'll jump into those. So if you haven't said something, go ahead and do it on the comment section, preferably on YouTube. But if not, it's gonna take me a little.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm asking you this question, and I'm asking whoever's watching this question.
And if you want to answer on YouTube. So
as
you read over here.
A restaurant employee, from your experience, what is one of the shittiest things in restaurants? What consistently is below average in your restaurant, no matter what restaurant you have worked at?
It's below average. This is a riddle?
It is not a riddle.
Is this like a right or wrong answer?
No, it's not
What
a right.
is-
I have my answer, but there's other things.
Is below? Would you like to start first? Below
No,
average.
I'll give
on
you
every restaurant.
I'll give you 15 seconds, bro. We're live, but it's not that big a deal.
What is below average on your restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Think of a restaurant you've worked at, a restaurant you do work at.
Mm-hmm.
Think to yourself, man, this thing is never very good, no matter where I work.
So many things, but I'm going to throw one.
Go ahead.
Schedules.
That's pretty good. That's a good answer.
Schedules.
That's a good answer.
No matter what.
That's a good answer.
No matter what. You know what it is that your schedule comes out on a Sunday for you to know if you work Monday. That's
not
happens.
normal. That's not normal everywhere, though.
That happens.
That's normal in Miami.
But that happens a lot in restaurants. So yeah, that's the first one that came to mind. You know.
Okay.
Go for it.
Managers.
Yeah, go for it.
Managers are some of the most mediocre things about a restaurant. Mediocre. Now, some people might say,
Not all of them.
did I say all of them?
Say.
Did I say every manager? I said a lot of managers are very mediocre, right? And a lot of people would say, hey, you know what? They're overworked and underpaid, right? So that would mean that position would merit somebody who is mediocre. If you don't want the job,
Don't take it.
don't take the fucking job.
Yeah. When we spoke about that at the beginning of the show.
Don't take the job.
Yeah, don't be complaining about a job.
Don't
You
take
took
the
the
job.
job.
Listen, I'll be honest. There's something called golden handcuffs in restaurants. And it's not some weird euphemism. What it means is that you're locked into your position as a server, earning well, and you say to yourself, I'm not going to take a manager job. Because why would I work an extra 15, 20 hours a week and make substantially less money? So it's a tough step for people to take. Granted, I understand, right? But the thing that you have to understand about management is that your first management job, you are a piece of shit. You're a serf. You are the lowest of the low. But you have to go into that position understanding that what it really is an investment for you to get trained to become a more responsible manager with a better title.
A general manager, director of
And
operations.
that's the thing. That's the thing
beverage
about
director.
managerial positions, that their growth in income is exponential, right? In Miami, the average income for a manager is like 65,
65, I think it's starting.
65 grand, which I saw a listing for a studio for $3,800 a month the other day. So good fucking luck surviving with that salary, right?
Yep.
But the thing is that if you really, really work well, you're in a good position, because so many managers suck that if you actually are a good manager, you're going to stand out very, very quickly. You're going to show that, you know, you're hard to replace. No one is irreplaceable, but you're going to show that, you know, you should be the last person cut. And then your next step is going to be exponentially more, you know, lucrative as a job. But the thing is that a lot of people get stuck in that rung of like floor managers, and they are some of the worst employees in restaurants, in my opinion. What do you like least about a bad manager? What makes a bad manager more offensive to you?
Do as I say, not as I do.
Right. Yeah, that's a big one.
Don't be on your phones. Fucking checking OnlyFans while you're working. Seeing that.
Yeah.
Very common.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So we got this. Now we're gonna do a little.
Would you like me?
I'm not sure if you want to keep.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I would say the thing I find most offensive about a manager is when they're a pussy. You know who you are. You know who you are. You're not confrontational when you should be, right?
Yep.
Obviously, in a very diplomatic, professional way. You're afraid to tell people. You're afraid to tell people.
No.
You're not getting anything for free. You're being ridiculous. You need to pay your check. You need to go. It's time to go. You've been sitting down. You're not spending money. I don't like the way that you're dressed. That's why you're not coming in here. You're not very nice. I don't have to listen to you. Go fuck yourself. No, that was prepared perfectly. You're paying for it, or I'm calling the cops. Don't come back. I don't care. You didn't spend a lot of money. in obviously much more diplomatic terms, right?
Much more diplomatic.
It's not how you say.
It's not how you say it.
I'm being brutish, but it's not what you say. It's how you say it. We all know this, right? Yeah. So whatever version of that actually works in a professional setting, you're afraid to say. You're afraid of confrontation. You speak when you shouldn't speak. As Adrian said, you employ a do as I say, not as I do lifestyle. And I can't tolerate him anymore. I can't tolerate managers like that anymore. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's not going to work.
Well, you let us know. Was that true? Does that apply in your restaurant as well?
Just keeping it real.
Just keeping it real. Let us know. Now we got a little section we got to call FancyBread Reacts. Now, Ed and I here, we have
what that means.
4 little shorts that we picked out of Instagram. Some of them were sent to us, and some of them are ones that we picked.
Mm-hmm.
Cable management here. Put on your headset. We're gonna share 4 shorts, and we're going to both react to them and talk about them. All right.
What do you got? What do you got?
Number 1. This one I want to show because, snap. The people on TikTok are not going to be checking that out. I do apologize for this one.
Good.
Well, TikTok,
we'll spare you.
It will spare you for this. The first one we're going to be looking at, it's real or AI, Impossible Edition. And it's all about food. I'm going to put some links of these, hopefully in the description. So this is So what I'd like for you to do here is tell me which one is real, which one is AI.
Sure.
What do you think is real? Which one do you think is AI?
This is real. This is AI. That was easy.
Copy. I've already seen this, so that's why I'm not reacting to it.
Go ahead. Top is real.
Top is real?
Mm-hmm.
Man, Adam knows the food, baby.
It's easy.
Yeah, baby, easy. What do you got?
I would say bottom is real. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, nice. All right. Here we go.
Oh, top is real. Yeah. Oh, I got that one wrong.
One hurt.
I got that one wrong.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Shit, bro. They both look good, though.
Yeah, they both look good, though.
Oh, the top is fake. Bottom is real.
No.
Hold on. Yeah, bottom is real. Okay.
You got it.
I can tell by the
There was like a funny hand.
Hand movements and AI still. You didn't let me answer, but I was going to say top. I swear I was going to say top, man.
That was a real tough one, I gotta say.
Bottom is fake. Yeah, bottom is fake, 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell by the way it was sizzling. Yeah.
Man, tough. Now the point that to bring over this is the fact that we have 3 more shorts coming. The point to bring over this is that when you see things nowadays from influencers, etc., are you seeing something that is real? You know, when you see a post from a restaurant, you say, "Oh, that's awesome." It's getting a little bit more blurry. That line for you to understand, is that real or is that not real? We're getting that. I believe that because of this, we might start getting that McDonald's or fast food restaurant effect on restaurants. And what I mean by that is that you see the picture on the menu and you're like, "Wow, it's amazing!" And you see the Instagram, you're like, "Oh my God, it's beautiful!" And then you show up and it's just.
You know what's cool? In Japan, there's a law. There's a law in Japan that anything that's packaged that has a display, what's inside of that package needs to look exactly like that, or be just like that. We don't have that here. We don't.
Nope, we do not. So.
AI is scary in some ways, man. If you're thinking about like Skynet and Terminator and iRobot and shit. But what you said that actually creeped me out was that this is as bad as AI is ever going to be.
Yeah,
like it's only going to get
the worst it's going to get right now.
This is as bad as AI is.
The worst it is always going to get better and better and better.
But you know what?
I wanted to show you this because
you know what I like about that concept?
Yeah,
that it just means that real connections are even much more important.
There you go. That's why we're doing live show, baby.
Real
and
connections.
Also, if you want us to react to some of those things, be send those to us via Instagram.
Real connections, bro.
The whole week.
Bad breath and stretch marks and pains in the ass. Real shit. Right? I want my steak to be overcooked. I want my server to have bad breath. Give it to me real, bro.
No bad bread. No bad bread. Now, presentations. I want to show you this one here.
We got more?
Yeah, we got more. Let me see this one here at the stage. Bam.
The headphones aren't connected to the mic, right? I can't hear myself in the mic. Hello? All right.
12 waiters, 1 bite.
You know what this is?
So just explaining to everybody out there, this is just one plate where people are coming in a line and just doing one simple thing to every dish. And I might show that as we are discussing that on TikTok.
You know what the real crime of this is?
What is
that? That's some kind of like egg situation in the coffee. I saw that from Vietnam.
So people can see that. So
the biggest issue there is with every subsequent person that comes to the table, the pressure on the dish rises. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And the bad thing about having too much pressure, and by pressure I mean like social pressure, like culinary pressure. The anticipation, the idea in your head, you're building it up too much, right?
Right.
So with every subsequent person that comes to that table, that percentage of building it up rises every single time. It'd be one thing if a dish came to the table and it was all already like prepped, ready to go. Then you'd be like, okay, just because of the setting and the price, I'm expecting a lot from this dish. But after all that shit, that dish fucks itself because there's no way that dish can live up to that.
Correct. Well, I see. The reason why I wanted to share that was a couple of ones.
It's too much.
It first off, it's way too much.
Way too much.
But the whole point to bring to that is a couple. One, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? But there is such a thing as improper publicity, because as I was looking at this, the one thing that I couldn't find throughout the comments was the name of the goddamn place. So I get it that you were doing this thing, but people couldn't find you. So I guess in a way, it doesn't work.
people will find them.
The other thing that I wanted to go over this is it shows one thing, because it's the difference between having all that done back of the house or having it done in front of you. Which one to you brings more value, right? And which one to you makes you understand all the work that goes through it? Because yes, there were 12 people, or how many people were on that short going and doing that one piece of work, but everything that they were adding to that dish took a lot of prep time as well to do so. So if they're doing that to share to people, hey, there's a lot more that goes into this, into that one bite, for you to complain, oh, why is it so expensive? Well, because I can tell people how to do
but
the process just to get it to you.
Yeah, but even somebody who has food experience.
Yeah.
I would say I'd be sitting there and I'd be seeing this whole process.
Oh, I hate myself.
I would say before I walked into the restaurant, I would say I know that everything that comes onto any plate that I eat today is going to have a ton of work behind it. Some people don't understand. You could go eat somewhere that's very high end and there could be 4 dollops on your plate of some kind of mousse or some kind of sauce, and it's 4 little dollops. Sometimes an immense amount of work went into just that sauce. Days and days and hours have gone into just creating that sauce for your plate. So going into the restaurant, I just conceptually, I would appreciate that. But the thing is, after so many people coming to the table, even me as a food lover, food appreciator, I'd be like, this wasn't worth it. And imagine people who don't understand the concept of that hard research and development work. They'd be even much more inclined to be like, this is not worth it.
Necessary. Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Well, I guess in a way it goes to, again, show how hard something is. And in a way it's to, I hope that it was to give that publicity, because I would never want to work in a place where they say, we need 12 hands for table X. And everybody goes there and grab the thing and do a single file line, and when everybody else's service is out the window, oh my God, it's
what I like? I like how
terrible.
you always use the letter X.
Ooh,
when you
variable.
When you like
Yeah.
Don't want to say a number or something, a variable.
There you go.
It's very, very cute.
It's put your ad here.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna do one more.
Okay.
This one is about Adam Sandler and going tours. Wait. It's about tours.
Tours will take you to the most beautiful places on earth. Hike the cliffs of the Amalfi Coast. Fish with the nets in Sorrento. Do this, I don't know. But remember, you're still gonna be you on vacation. If you are sad where you are, and then you get on a plane to Italy, to you in Italy will be the same sad you from before, just in a new place. Does that make sense? There's a lot of vacation can do. Help you unwind, see some different looking squirrels. But it cannot fix deeper issues, like how you behave in group settings, or your general baseline mood. That's a job for incremental lifestyle changes sustained over time. I want to be very clear about what we can do for you. We can take you on a hike. We cannot turn you into someone who likes hiking. We can take you to the Italian Riviera. We cannot make you feel comfortable in a bathing suit. We can provide the zip line. We cannot give you the ability to say we and mean it. You're not your sister. We can provide you with a wine tasting tour of Tuscany. We cannot change why you drink or the person you become when you do, okay? I'm sorry, but it's true. And our friendly tour guides...
I think that was the whole point that I wanted to go around. I'm just gonna restart that and put it for the people that can see. But what do we wanted to go over that is the fact that, again, when you come to a restaurant, it's our job to serve you, but we can't make you love everything. You know, if you're having a bad time, it's not. I mean, we can try to pull you through our service and provide you with, oh my God, I'm having a good time, but it's not. It's your mood. You know, it's your personality.
Yeah.
So
it's like I can't make you a better tipper. No. You're either a good tipper or you aren't. You know? People are like, how do you feel about that concept? How do you feel about the concept? Because we have a coworker who we've seen change. We've seen this person change. You were sitting right next to me when we realized, hey, this ball of light and positivity who, man, sometimes greets tables with a little bit too much. A little bit too much enthusiasm.
Pepper of enthusiasm.
We've seen that light dim, dissipate. And I wouldn't say it's less powerful, but it's a different hue now. It's a different hue, you know? Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter how well you serve some people. You're just not going to get a tip sometimes. No. You could take care of billionaires, and that billionaire can be like, I'm a billionaire. I've eaten everywhere. Yeah. Like I'm not just being obnoxious. I own everything, and I've been everywhere. And this is the best service I've ever had. And they'll shake your hand, and they'll walk out. And they won't tip you extra. That's just the way it works sometimes, man.
It's just the way it is.
I can't make you a better tipper. I can make you tip more, but I can't increase the way you feel about it. I can't change the way you feel about tipping. Like Mr. Pink from Quentin Tarantino. You ever seen the movie? You know Mr. Pink?
I know who Mr. Pink is. I know what the movie is. I haven't seen that movie in a long ass time. Okay. But I know exactly what he's talking about.
Anyways.
He's the only person who was right, by the way.
Anyways. You can't change the way people are. No matter, you know. You can change who you are.
Well, I'm gonna try one last one.
You got another one?
I got one more that I'm gonna throw in there.
Go ahead.
This one here. Let's see if this one helps. All right. Dun, dun, dun.
What is it?
It's about names.
The same greeting scam. It's costing you thousands. The moment your server tells you their name, they're activating reciprocity bias. You didn't ask for the name, they gave it anyway. Now your brain registers a debt. Here's how it works. When someone volunteers personal information, your brain codes it as intimacy. Doesn't matter if it's scripted. The psychological trigger fires anyway. You now feel like you know them, so you tip them like you know them. Cornell University tested this across 90 servers. Servers who introduced themselves by name earned 23% more than identical servers who didn't. Same service, same food, same restaurant. They just said, "Hi, I'm Sarah. Here's what makes it sinister. This isn't genuine friendliness. It's a trained manipulation tactic. Every major chain programs this into their servers from day one. Applebee's, Chili's, TGI Fridays, Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Go Tomorrow. Every single server will introduce themselves by name within 30 seconds of reaching your table. Your last 5 restaurant tips. You weren't rewarding good service. You were paying more because someone told you their name and your brain registered a fake personal connection. Comment playbook for the psychology frameworks.
What do you think about that?
I think
Would that seeing how that could provide you perhaps
I
with
think-
30% more tip
if
by
it's
saying
true,
your name in the first 30 seconds?
So the restaurants,
Would you be willing to say your name?
so the restaurants that he mentioned are all casual,
Correct.
very very casual, like
Yep.
chains.
Chain restaurant, correct.
So if that's
Which
true,
are schools, by the way. That's what makes them special.
so if it's true that in those restaurants people are trained to give their name to elicit those, responses and manipulate people, then it must be because those chain restaurants want to compensate for the fact that those servers wouldn't be making a lot of money. It's sort of their way of paying you more and distracting you from the fact that you work at a restaurant that isn't necessarily going to get you a ton of money.
Okay.
Well,
Well, it's funny. I mean, I never did so thinking because, I'm going to get tipped more.
No.
I always did it because I thought it was something of genuine kindness of, hey, my name is Adrian. I'll be taking care of you today. I'll be your server today. No, I'm in charge of your dining experience today or whatever it is. And But the fact that some people saying that it adds to it doesn't hurt.
There's a
So
classic.
Let us know.
There's a
Will
classic
you be saying your name from now on?
There's a classic indicator of interest in people, which is, for example, you find out something about them and you don't offer them the same information. I'll give you an example. Okay. I ask you your name. Hey, what's your name? You say Adrian. And I don't tell you my name. Right?
Mm-hmm.
An indication of your actual interest in me, at least, hypothetically, is that you ask me what my name is.
True.
So I don't offer you my name.
Yeah.
I ask you yours, and then I walk away.
Yeah.
And then later you go, actually, hey, what is your name? And then I give you my name. Okay.
That's nice.
I don't give
Give that a
tables.
try.
I don't give tables my names. I only give them my name if they ask. Because at the very least, I understand that they've opened up that channel of communication. I'm not going to offer you more information than I think you want. I don't tell tables, oh, by the way, this is our menu, and I'm going to tell you 45 things about this. No. My experience allows me to gauge a little bit, depending on the vibe of the restaurant. If we're super busy, I'm not going to give a fucking 10-minute spiel. Okay? But I'll just ask people shit. I'll be like, listen, you want to know about this shit? Do you like caviar? No, I hate it. Actually, I'm allergic. Then I'm not going to spend 15 minutes talking to you about fucking caviar. Some people might disagree. Some people might say, hey, you know what? You have to talk to every table about caviar because you never know. And I agree with that. But sometimes I just don't like wasting my time. So I don't give people my name. I know you give your name when you greet tables.
All the fucking time.
Nah.
All the fucking time.
That's
But
not
again,
my
it's
We're very
the
different.
thing that I do. And
We're very different.
hopefully this shows you again the contrast. It's not a one rule fits all. It's not everybody should say their name or not everybody should not say their name. It's all about you, right? You take the best, leave the worst, right? That would be maybe that should be like a thing on Fancy Bread. Now let's last word, sir.
I'm good.
Last words. So for last words here, I'm gonna jump into our Instagram and see. Let's read some comments and see what people here had to say. Sick or not, I'm going to work. Hey, listen, you got to do your thing, and that's the whole thing about going to work sick. You still got to go to work. So it's very rare that you tell your manager, hey, I'm not feeling good, and they'll be like, yeah, stay home.
The industry's not perfect.
The industry's not perfect.
One of the things is, if you call out a lot, I mean, that's everywhere though. If you call out a lot, people are going to be like, what the fuck's going on? But yeah, you go to work sick a lot. You're not feeling well a lot. It's very rare that you feel 100% on an entire given work week, every single day. That's not going to happen.
Hey, saludo, my paisano. All right, well, what? Oh, check this out. I guess this is related to the harassment. He said, what if you made the comment while you are high?
Then you
It
probably
still counts.
It still counts,
Still counts?
but it'd probably be a little less offensive. Well,
But
high on what?
you'd be like,
But high on what? Because if you're high on something like Coke, it'll probably be extremely offensive. But if you're like a little high on weed or something, it'll probably be smooth, and they'll be like, oh, you know what? Actually, not that big a deal.
Someone says his name is Ed, and he loves being called by his name.
Who is that? asshole.
Thank you very much for all those who shared some comments. Let's check out YouTube over here. Trying to see if I can somehow jump on that live.
It's a technology thing. We will integrate. All right. Bear with us.
We're working on integrating.
Bear with us. I'm a little hungry, and I had a lot of fun today.
Yes, we did. Well, let's close this up. Again, it's going to come down to what we spoke of. Harassment. Do it once, do it right, and if not, change the behavior. And when it comes to names, that is up to you. And managers, don't be so shitty. Remember, it was you who decided to take on that role. And as always, thank you for listening.
Take care, everybody.